My best friend told the entire locker room I still had my V card, so I told his parents where he really goes on youth group nights. Will and I had been best friends since we were 6 years old. T-ball, little league, travel ball, all the way up to varsity. He was the starting shortstop with a scholarship lined up. I was the team manager who kept stats and carried equipment. We were an odd pair, but it worked. His parents were strict. Church every Sunday, no phones at dinner, no girlfriends until college. Will broke every rule they had, and I covered for him every single time. When he snuck out to parties, he told them he was sleeping at my house. When he started drinking sophomore year, I was his alibi. When he got a fake ID, I held on to it so his mom wouldn't find it in his room. I covered for him at least 100 times over the years. I never asked for anything in return. That's just what best friends did, or so I thought. Junior year, I started dating Kayla. She was in my English class, laughed at my jokes, actually seemed to like me for me. It was the first time a girl had ever chosen me over Will. He didn't take it well. At first, it was little comments. She's settling, bro. You know she's just using you for homework, right? I ignored it. Then came the locker room. Practice had just ended. Guys were changing, talking about the weekend, normal stuff. Someone asked if Kayla and I were official yet. Before I could answer, Will's voice cut through the room. Don't worry, fellas. He's still got the V card, been saving himself for marriage like a good little church boy. Silence, then laughter. The kind that echoes off tile walls and follows you down the hallway. For the next 3 weeks, I was V card Ben. Guys would fake pray when I walked by. Someone taped a purity pledge to my locker. A girl in my math class asked if I needed help getting saved. Will laughed the loudest every single time. I stopped eating lunch in the cafeteria, started taking different routes between classes just to avoid the jokes. Kayla said she didn't care about any of it, that those guys were idiots. Then she stopped texting back. 2 weeks after the locker room, I found out why. Will was hooking up with Kayla. He'd been DMing her the whole time, telling her I was too inexperienced, too boring, that she deserved someone who actually knew what he was doing. She believed him. The same best friend I'd lied for 100 times was now sleeping with my girlfriend. And the worst part? He was still using me as his cover. Every week on youth group night, Will told his parents he was at my house for planning. We were both in the church youth group, so it made sense. His mom would text me to confirm, and I'd say yes out of habit. But he wasn't at my house. He was at Kayla's, doing exactly what he'd humiliated me for not doing. The hypocrisy made me sick, but I didn't say anything. Not yet. I waited 3 weeks, let him get comfortable, let him think he'd gotten away with everything. The 4th week, I checked Find My Friends. Will had shared his location with me years ago so I could cover for him if his parents ever checked. His little dot was right on Kayla's street. I took a screenshot, added a caption, "Youth group is wild tonight," sent it to his mom. Then I turned off my phone and went to bed. I didn't hear what happened until the next morning. Apparently his mom called his dad immediately. They got in the minivan and drove straight to Kayla's house. Pulled up just as Will was climbing out her bedroom window. Jeans barely up, shoes in his hand. His dad grabbed him by the ear in front of the whole neighborhood. Half the junior class was already there for some party. Phones out, recording everything. Will was crying. His mom was yelling scripture. His dad was threatening military school. Kayla's mom came outside in a bathrobe and started screaming at Will's parents. Someone got the whole thing on video. By the time I got to school the next morning, everyone had seen it. Will got sent to live with his aunt in another state. His dad pulled him from school and enrolled him in some online program. Kids at his new school found out and started calling him youth group. His locker is still empty. Coach had to find a new shortstop. Nobody calls me V card Ben anymore. He spent years building his reputation on my silence. One screenshot tore it all down.